Just a whole bunch of pieces to a puzzle. Fuck it, I'm just trying to fit. You believe this, my Gambino brothers? We gonna be alright, y'all. We gonna be alright. Picture the ground that we stuck in, looking for ways to keep from hustling. No, I wasn't born to be nothing, and my motherfucking life is cursed. And I'm planning to see the streets for everything that ain't worth. And my mama looking at me like I'm dead in the hearse. And since the loss of my uncle, my pain it got worse and it hurts. To see my mama falling down in tears. And to me, my life ain't clear, got me living in fear, shedding tears for my dead peers. And who's to blame for my motherfucking pain that I'm feeling inside? Nigga, don't cry, keep your head up, nigga. Roll with this pressure, control this pain that you feel, cause it's only the test you. Drama, I've been there since I left the wombs of my mama. Still trying to cope with situations left behind me. Will I ever find another way? Even though I pray, judgment they ain't far away from what my mama say. But I'm trapped in this thug living and thug sinning. Heavenly Father, forgive me for all my drug dealing, pressure and pain. Lord knows I wanna make a change, but all the drama got a nigga trapped in the game. So much drama, so much pain. All these casualties got me caught up in the game. It's so much drama, so much pain. All these casualties got me caught up in the game.
So much drama. We gonna get through the pain. We gonna get through it. One love. What's up with the family? You know, we back at it, man. We back at it because they got these black laws and Christian codes for you, man. I'm trying to tell you, we gotta break these spells. We still up under these spells, man. We still calling ourselves black. Black. This is black. This is brown. This is black. This is brown. Black codes. Look it up. They got black codes. That's why everything associated with black, the black cat, the black witch, devil's food cake, the black battery is negative. You feel me? And it's more scenarios to that. You feel what I'm saying? But you're not black. You're not black. You're brown, and you're not even black. Even if this is the color black, right? Because we done broke it down. What black means. Black means blank. Blanca means devoid of color, of light. So if this is even black, you feel what I'm saying? This really might be the color black. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you look up the definition of etymology, it don't make no sense, because we know all colors come from us. You know that. We know that all colors come from us, man. We already know that, man. You feel what I'm saying? So we up under these spells, and they got Christian codes, and they got the Christian codes too. You feel what I'm saying? And all that stuff is to take away your God-given rights. The Constitution, which these people do not follow the Constitution. They took an oath to follow the Constitution, but they're not working on the Constitution. The Constitution is put in place to protect your God-given rights that you already have, your God-given rights. That's what the Constitution is put in for. You feel what I'm saying? Now, that's when they have some amendments, and they got the Bill of Rights and all that stuff, but the Constitution is to protect your God-given rights that you already have. That's why the Bible is the law of the land. The Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran is what they use in court. That's the law of the land, and that's what it is. People be talking about, oh, it's fake, oh, it's this, it's that, right? But if you go into court, I don't know about court in France, I don't know about court in China, I don't know about court in Africa, but in the Americas, if you go into court, that's what they use, the Bible. Old Testament, New Testament, and the Quran. That's what they use. And people who know those books, they be catching on. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's all trickery, the stuff that they do to you and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And it's about a nationality. I'm trying to tell you, brothers and sisters, about a nationality, and black is not a nationality. And African American is not a nationality. Now, if you are African, if you really are African, go over there. You got to get a country. You got to go to Africa and get a country, because Africa is a continent. You have to go get you a country. You You feel me? And then boom, you can claim that. You can get a nationality. Indigenous people. We are indigenous people and indigenous to the Americas. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to up your status, and you have to stop claiming black and African American because it's no nationality, and they about nationality. This is how this stuff works. They go on nationality. That's why they do stuff they do to you. It's a whole trick. Now, if you go get Martin Luther King, just listen to Martin Luther King's speech. Listen to his speech, cause cause some dudes try to leave comments talking about when I'm talking about America, the old world. He I ain't got no proof. I leave the proof and stuff like that, and I leave the stuff that you can go see and you can go check out. And you got Google, you got YouTube. You ain't got to go to the lot. So I tell you something, it ain't like back in the 90s, early 2000s, and the 80s where you had to go to the library. You have the stuff at your fingertips. World Wide Web. You got, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that you can look up, like, if you wanted to know, like, oh, when did George Washington die? Oh, I asked this person, they might not know. I called this person. Oh, let me go to the library. You can Google when George Washington died. So you need to stop playing. You feel what I'm saying? You need to stop playing. You need to stop playing. You need to stop playing. Like I said, go Martin Luther King. The March on Washington, when he was talking about he was coming for our check. The Civil Rights Movement. Listen to the speech that he says, the speech that he gives. He says the Negro is exiled in his own land. The Negro taught them how to farm. Then they mechanized the farm in the colleges. Then they get the land grants. You're exiled in your own land. He sat there and told you that, right? That was the big trick. That was the trick that was going on, and especially when they casting the spells, because this gets spiritual too. This gets with the cosmos and astrology from ground level all on up. You feel what I'm saying? Malcolm X. What did the boy Malcolm X say? We did not land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. What does he mean by that? You're not no African. You're not no African. You're not the person who came from Africa. It's not you. Now they got you. But even if you did come from Africa, claiming African is not a nationality. You feel what I'm saying? For example, people from Asia don't say, I'm Asian, bro. They say a country. People from Europe don't say Europe, bro. They say a country, bro. Italy, France, or something, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Just like the people from Africa, the Nigerians. You feel what I'm saying? The Somalians, right? You gotta have a nationality. And black, a so-called color, and we already debunk the color and stuff. You don't even know what that is. You don't even know what you claiming. You don't even know what you claiming. That's why they got black. That's why they got the black black codes and Christian codes, black laws and Christian codes, right? You feel what I'm saying? It's all when you hear codes, ordinance, illegal, legalese, all that stuff is not the law. It is not the law. And that's the controversy that be going on. That's why when Trump be talking and stuff like that, then people be mad at him because Trump be talking the Constitution. But these businesses, these people that own these businesses and stuff like that, they don't have us under the business. They got us under maritime law. They got us under commercial law, law of the sea. When you basically law of the sea, when they was taking the stuff in the water on the ships, the product and stuff like that, you got to pay a tax. And just like when you driving a commercial vehicle, a diesel and stuff like that, you have to pay a tax. That's commercial law. But if you drive in your car and you just going to A to B to your partner's house or whatever like that, you do not have to have a license. You do not have to pay a tax. You do not have to do none of that. Those signs and those speed limit signs and all that stuff is for people who's doing commercial. If you're a taxi driver, if you're doing it, you feel what I'm saying? That's what it's for. But they fugazied us and put us all up in there. Just like with insurance. Just like how they do us with insurance, right? They talking about you need insurance, but they gave us a birth certificate, which a birth certificate makes us all a slave. That means if you have a birth certificate, you're a slave, or you an indigenous servant, however you want to call it. But this is the most slavery that's going on right now that it has ever been. All that old fake stuff they telling you, that old brutal, all slavery, it never been like that. Slavery is just working for McDonald's, working for Tesla, working for Ford. You work for a corporation. You's a servant. They got people in sweatshops. And they paying them how much? And then you be like, oh, they slaving them. Okay, they paying you that much, and you still a slave. You feel what I'm saying? Me too. You feel what I'm saying? We all in this together. You feel what I'm saying? That's how they do it with this trickery. So your birth certificate already is worth money. It's already covers your insurance when you die and all. It covers so much stuff, but they don't let you know this. Because who got your birth certificate? Oh, they say the queen got it, whoever got it, I don't know. But your birth certificate made you a indigent servant, but your birth certificate also pays for a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that's not going on. That's why you have to get into the law. We have to know the law. Black law, common law, universal law. You got to get into the law and the stuff that these people are doing, and then they pulling over our heads. Now, with the dude who left the comment, bro, about the old world and all that, them people told you that, brother. The same people who told you to drink cow milk, bro. The same people who told you to drink cow milk is the same people who told you about that Darwin out of Africa theory, bro. That's a Darwin Big Bang out of everybody come from Africa. No, because you go to other people who are going to be like, no, they didn't come from Africa, bro. Like, everybody did not come from Africa. It did not even pop like that. But when we get to the old world, you talk of milk and honey, the land of milk and honey, the land that feeds everybody and their mama, America. Because if Africa was the old world where all the ancient stuff happened and the dinosaurs was at and the aliens came down and stuff, everybody would be in Africa. The elites and then will be in Africa. They're in the land of milk and honey, the Americas. They know where it went down. They know where Roswell was at. They know all that. You feel what I'm saying? All this. You feel me? You know the alien sightings. You know they know where the cornfields is at. Yeah. You feel me? They know where the cornfields is at. They know where Machu Picchu is at. They know where Indiana Jones is. They know where Lauren Craft, Tomb Raider is. They know where the Lost City of El Dorado is. Yep. Yep. They know the 49er Gold Rush, the Raiders, here. And that's why America teams have all the names. The 49ers, the Raiders, the Titans. Like, bro, we got all the names. The Cleveland Indians, bro, we have all the names, the ancient names and everything because it is here. And they've been telling you it's here. People have been disqualified, fired, and even assassinated, taken out the place for doing stuff like this, bro. I mean, like, bro, they've been hitting so many pyramids and mounds over here, finding artifacts and stuff. You got Harry Hubbard. You got the white boy Harry Hubbard, who found Alexander the Great tomb in Little Cairo, Illinois, right next door to Memphis, Tennessee, and they got the statue of the Memphis. They got the King of Memphis statue right there too in Memphis, Tennessee. He's sitting here playing where they found mummies in Memphis, Tennessee. You go look it up. Go look it up. They found mummies in the Salt Lake City in Utah. You go look it up. The mummies in Peru, when they got the mummies in Peru got locks and got gold teeth. The mummies in Peru got dread, what you call dreadlocks, locks like Samson, and they got gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? They got gold teeth. You feel what I'm saying? Who the only people you know wear gold teeth? Who the only people you know wear locks? You feel what I'm saying? So we know who the American Indians is. We know who the Aztecs is. And you couldn't play that with the Olmecs. them brothers' lips is too big. You know them brothers. Ooh, them big. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You couldn't play that with the Olmecs. Old Mexico. You couldn't play that with the Olmecs though, huh? But you want to try to play that with the other, like, that's why the Mongoloids don't even stand by the pyramids. Because they know they can't stand by the pyramids. Not your phenotype. It's not you. You don't grow the fro. You don't do the locks. You don't got the gold teeth. You don't smoke the weed. You don't smoke the reefer. You feel me? One love, though, to the family.